No, I'm not messing with you. Nope. No, I was messing with you. My phone decided to go off, and then the power blinked. I was like, "It's gonna go off. It's gonna go off." So I just wanted to like dive right in. All right. Nope. Just giving you a little bit of time. Nope. I'm not messing with you. Mm-mm. I actually thought the power was gonna go out. It should be fine. It should be fine. Um, no, I was like, I'm gonna lose it. Here it goes. Just as I hit start, I was like, I was like, it's gonna go. So, all right, so let's dive right in because I don't know. The boys are off today. I don't know if you guys heard. The boys are off today. Actually, hold on. Let me close this door real quick. Yeah, the boys are off today. It is a code red for the school system because of, I guess, wind and rain. I don't know. Downtown Annapolis is flooding a little bit. Yeah, it's wind and rain, so they close schools. Um, I don't know. I mean, it's not like hurricane force winds. I don't know, but I mean, it's pretty whippy outside. Um, it's been like it for like 2 days now. But the problem is like a lot like now that everything's wet, when there's like a gust, like dead branches are coming down is the problem. And it's tagging the power lines is what it is. I mean, it's kind of like if there's one nasty storm, like everything's not like waterlogged, so it's not super heavy. But like, I mean, the good thing is it's getting all the leaves down, right? All the leaves are coming down. But yeah. So we'll see. It's kind of one of those days. It's like, yeah, this is one of those days that like we may lose power. I mean, I think it's fine. I think the kids could have totally went to school. I don't think it would have been that big of a deal whatsoever, right? I don't think it would have been bad, but yeah. They're off, which is fine. We had practice last night from 7:30 to 9, and we didn't get out of there till like 9:15. So it was like a super late night as far as practice goes because we were over on a turf field. So, yeah. Yeah. All right. So, in the overnight, things are moving a little bit more now. Pound yen up 66 is now taking over the first place trophy from the dollar Swiss, right? Um, hold on, I have something up on another screen. Where is it? S&P here. There we go. Um, hold on, I don't need this. All right. All right. So, um, I would say, I mean, as far as the currency market goes, a lot of the things happen in the overnight and this morning hours. It is Friday, so again, the Europeans are going to duck out a little bit early, right? Um, hold on, I got to check one more thing. Uh, hold on. Sorry, I'm like doing like 12 things this morning. Hold on. Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I'm doing all kinds of things. Um, okay. Um, yeah. So, uh, it's one of those mornings. Very strong winds. I Ernest, it may actually be the same stuff. It may be the same the same system. When you look at it, it's coming from the southeast. So I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Yeah. That's all I'm gonna say is yeah. Come on, just go a little bit further. A little bit further. I have an order that's about to ding, and I'm like watching it. It's like, come on, I just need you to go just a bit more. Just come on, come on. All right, there we go. I'm out. Uh, sorry, guys, it's too distracting. Like, just hit it. I was making sure the pitback gang wasn't going to get me this morning. It did not. It did not. It did not disappoint. Whew. All right. Um, yeah. So anyway, now that that's over with, I can actually focus again. Let's do this. Hold on. I have to log this in here. No. There we go. Okay. Minimize that. Would you say the pit back? It was rough yesterday. It was weird. Just totally messed up my chart. Um, all right. So, uh, interesting enough, the economic barometer came in better than expected for the Swiss. Again, it was leading much more of a Swiss, but it was actually already on the move yesterday. It shows that it's down 40 with Swiss strength. Pretty interesting trade. Like I said, I think that's, you're seeing some slowdown of things in other European countries, but the Swiss seems like it's pretty good. And the economic barometer is like really the only news release that we actually really kind of pops up on the radar. So, I think it was already moving. Decent move overnight from it. It was okay. GDP for CAD. I actually didn't expect this one. This was kind of like my big surprise. Todd's like, "Oh my god, look at Germany." Germany was like, that's a huge miss. I'm like, yeah. I was like, no, because last time, it was a rate. They missed it last time, right? They adjusted it higher. So yes, they have a gauge of where it's supposed to be. Had it been lower, the 2.2 was dead on. So it's kind of a no, a non-issue. I was like, don't get trapped by that one because of the previous adjustment. And PCE, obviously, we're making more, and we found all that. You guys saw all my jokes about Yellen, about how she said, yeah, it's going to be transitory for the next 2 months, but prices are going to stay high till at least the second half of next year. It's like, huh? Like I don't get how that one, you know, don't get how that one works, right? Oh, whoops. Hold on. Go market. There we go. That's what I'm trying to track. Um, so yeah, I think Yellen is totally worthless at this point. I hate to say it. I thought she was more intelligent than this, but now I am full belief that she is just a talking head. The aliens have gotten her. There's the little guy that's just okay. What do we tell her to say? Okay, type these things in, and we'll say them. I believe that her and Biden are using the same speechwriter at this point. Yeah, she's using transient versus transitory. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna call the number one BS. So yeah, I'm convinced. You know that little guy from Men in Black, right? The little guy from Men in Black who was like inside it. I believe that that's what's happening. I believe there's a guy that's writing all the speeches, right? I believe, that it's the same guy that when she is not making a speech, that they put her in the closet in a cold storage bag room, because I don't think it's the same person. I don't think she's all in on the job. I don't think so either. I think literally like and typically you don't see it when you've had those roles. Like you don't have many big ones. Like you go to the private sector, and after you've done that, right? Like look at all the big CEOs, right? They get the heck out, right? They're like, I'm in, yeah, and I'm out, right? And then then they go to the private sector and they get paid, right? You don't really go back into a government job, right? Like I know why she took the position, right? I understand why she was chosen. Does that mean she wants to do it or is going to do a good job? I think that the answer is really on the no. Like I said, I mean, after the last couple, Treasury secretaries, they were big names, right? And when they would talk, it mattered, right? Nobody cares if she says anything. So it's like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like the U.S. Treasury Secretary is kind of an important person, but yet now she's just faded into irrelevance. So yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not going to say she's stupid, right? I'm not going to say that, but do I think that she's as fourth? I mean, I felt like in her prior role, she was much more aggressive, right? Like she was much more like she spoke and there was conviction behind what she said, and it was like, this is what I mean, she was like, I don't want to say a juggernaut, but like she was a force, right? When she talked. Now it's like, yeah, whatever. Like I just feel like it's almost like a patronizing. I don't know. I don't even like I said. She's not a bad person, but was she? Is she equipped for the job? Yeah, she can do the job. But I don't like I said. I don't know if it's just maybe having a bigger job will help later. She didn't need it though, Neuro. She already had the job that she needed to get the big payoff later on in the private sector. This is not going to get it. This is not going to. This doesn't get her anything that she didn't. The credibility she didn't already have in the past, right? Right. This doesn't increase her marketability whatsoever. I think this is degrading her legacy at this point. Like she didn't need this. She was already a big enough name. She would have been fine. Um, but she was chosen. I mean, my belief is that she was chosen because like, hey, listen, we need a woman in this position. Let's pick somebody, and she was the top candidate for it. I don't know that she was. Like I said, Ernest may be onto something that she took it, but she's not really into it. She doesn't want to be it. But she was like, "Oh no, for women, you got to take this. Fine, I'll do it." But like, is her heart into it? I don't know. Yeah, what Ernest is saying. Yeah, she's actually going to plunge her reputation. Yeah, I think it's getting worse. Um, and again, I don't think picking a person just because of their gender is the right way to do it. And I think this is kind of proof right now. But yeah, basically, the Treasury Secretary has now been delegated to low impact news releases, making comments about how it's transient for 2 months, but we're going to see inflated price pressures for the next year. It's like, what? What? How can you make a statement like that? And energy will be fixed soon. And OPEC's like, ha ha, no, it's not. Our forecast is going to stay on. We're not changing anything. We're going to make bank off you. It's like, what? Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of just like, uh-huh. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, what happened? Um, I wasn't, I wasn't her biggest fan before. I wouldn't say that, I wasn't her biggest fan. I'll just leave it at that. I didn't think she did the best of jobs before in the past, but I think she's doing even worse job with this one. Anyway, we're going to see the consumer sentiment coming in here in about 15 minutes. PMI is actually out in like any minute now. Let's see what the PMI is. The Chicago PMI, and then we'll dive over into the charts. Yeah, the currencies are all kind of flattening out here. Let's see. Let's go. Come on. The number's already out, guys. Give it to me. Come on. I know that it says it's one more minute, but we all know that you have it ready to go. You're just messing with us. You're just messing with us. Anybody doing anything fun for Halloween? Melissa's like, "What are you going to be?" I'm like, "I have no idea, nor do I care." Like actually, the baby Jin told me I can't say the baby anymore because the baby is now the boy. Um, Jin's a duck. She told Melissa she's a witch, and I'm supposed to be a zombie. I was like, "Well, that's not hard." Oh my god, come on! You already have the number. Come on, let's see what it is. It's 9:45. Stop messing with my emotions. Don't overthink the third quarter U.S. GDP slowdown. Yeah, well, I mean, really? Come on, Chicago. I know you know Chicago. I do. Ernest, no, I don't have to do anything for it. Lack of sleep, doesn't that turn you into a zombie? Look at that, 68.3. So that's that's a little higher than expected, right? A little higher than expected. It's all good. All good. All good. All right. Let's just have everybody in the charts. All right. So let's go over. We'll start the currencies. All right. So Aussie dollar, nice little rundown. You can see a lot of this started yesterday, really kind of at midnight. Europeans jumped into it, kind of right here. I mean, it's this is just that continuation, right? Right. They came up here at 3:30. They pulled up, grabbed it, and pushed. I would say Aussie probably will flatline a little bit. We got some buyers coming in, really kind of sitting down in this area here. A little bit more room to run, right? And we may get down there till around that like 10:30 mark. Um, let's say, let me see. See, I'm on right now. You're talking about being a zombie now. I was actually up at 2 o'clock today. The baby was like screaming. Um, I walked in and was like, "Hey, it's gas." I'm like, "I got it." Like, as he burped, I was like, "It's hard to sleep, even though they're not in the same room." Like, I can hear the baby like one room over, and I was like, "Oh." But anyway, I do think again, area of buyers, right? Coming in, they're a little bit lower. We got them coming in at about 20 more pips. Obviously, you can cover that throughout today. It's not necessarily a big one. Um, Trying to think. I mean, I'm not using this orange level here has been blown through. We're not using it. This was a great area before, and it kind of stabilized here and is pushed down, but it's over now. So I mean, for setting this chart up for next week, I mean, looking for great opportunities. If we look to the left and we look from here across, there's a little level here, and there's some resistance over here. But it's not really like it's not the best of areas, right? So I mean, I guess if we're drawing fibs from this one, I mean, I guess I could draw from the low high, but I mean, I'd really need to do it from here because, we had this push where we had the lower here and then up, but then we had lower, 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 and this was a reversal level. So really should draw fibs from here up, right? And again, that puts us right at the 50 right now as far as reversals go. But again, being Friday, Australians are out, dollars in. Are we going to get pop all the way back up again to the 23.6? Eh, I mean, we've already hit the 50 twice. So kind of one of those ones. I know, in all honesty, I don't even know if we're going to even be able to get down to the 61.8. Just, I mean, if we get down to there, I mean that would be another area where we could take a bounce off of. So, it's kind of this is definitely a morning trend reversal type position. I mean, maybe it does, maybe it proves me wrong, but I don't love it just off this magical 50. If it was down here, if the, I like the 61.8 level better. We've seen actual confirmations right here. This is just in the middle and it's just a 50. I don't necessarily love it. So it would not have been a trade entry for me, for the most part. But the 61.8 is fine. 61.8 is fine. It's all right. It's all right. Like I said, I think that the problem with this, how much farther is it going to go? It's got 16. Maybe 1030 reversal. Maybe we look for something in there, right? But I'm not married to this one. I'm not in love with it. It's all right, but I'm not in love with it. Once again, kind of doing the same thing. I mean, it's we had this area up top. We're looking to get short. It ended up breaking through, and then using that same level as kind of its point to the downside. And you can see it. We had basing, we had a touch. It literally came down, touched it, and then rallied back up again. So, I would say I'm more bearish thinking. On this one. It's not really at a great level if we want to adjust this. You can see it's kind of bouncing off the same level. Um, right? The old level here that got burst through, that again, a base, that was the launching point, hit it again, hit it again. I'd say kind of the same thinking. I mean, is it a level we want to take it something off of now? I mean, if you're not already short, it's probably moved a bit too far. All right. Probably already moved a bit too far. So it's kind of like, yeah, what are you gonna do with it? Right. Um, it's just one of those things. It's like, I don't know. It's three touches. Aussie catches some strength today. I don't know. I'd say bearish. Don't really have the best of entries. I would say it is valid again, especially because you have this. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Right, 1, 2, 3, and 4 down descending like that. Front run off the first one. Front run off the second one. Um, I would say this is probably a decent level for a Sunday night short. Right. So if you guys are going to check things on Sunday night, this is one of those opportunities where you can be able to take this one. Um, you know, I will be updating the Sunday gaps in the newsletter this weekend. Again, right? I didn't do it for 2 weeks just because I was unable to kind of function at that time on Sundays. This week, all the levels and everything were updated. There was quite a bit of changes that needed to be put in. It's amazing. I don't have to change a lot of levels for like a month or two. I missed 2 weekends because of the baby and not being able to focus enough. Um, and then like six levels or 8 levels changed. I'm like, man, but like obviously everything is still all updated on the newsletter. But yeah, so I would say bearish. If you want to use this for a Sunday night, it's definitely there. As far as buying opportunities, I think the next time we really look is again down low. Kind of top and bottom. 85.14 and again this 85.83 up top are probably the top and bottom. Okay. Euro pound. Again, we're just retracing from yesterday. I had a position up top. I didn't get an entry onto it. Um, I'm just watching it go away, and it's like, yeah, I was just a little. I had something just slightly above, and didn't get filled. Um, it happens. It sucks when it happens, but you know, what are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do? Um, yeah, what are you gonna do? Hold on one sec. I gotta change something real quick. Hold on. Need to mark something off. 8 2. No, no, not 8. Whoops. Oh, yeah, no, it is 8. Yeah, yeah. I did do it right. Hold on, I'm trying to multitask today, and it's just not working for me. It's like, killing me, Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls. Uh, no. What are you doing? Stop. Right there. Okay. Phew, got it. All right. So, yeah. Man, this is a rough morning. I've been doing okay for the most part this week, but man, like Melissa said yesterday, and maybe that's what it was. Maybe she has the wrong one in. Yesterday she goes, I got to get more decaf coffee. I'm like, why would you do something like that? She's like, so I can drink coffee and then go back to sleep in the morning. I'm like, why don't you just grow up and drink, why don't you drink the big boy coffee and then just go to sleep afterwards? I don't know if she appreciated that, but I was like, yeah. I was like, it's like grow up, drink some real coffee and go right to sleep. So I was like, I can't tolerate this weakness of decaf coffee. Maybe she decaf me today on purpose because I yelled at her. I didn't actually yell at her, guys, just before you guys get angry. I did not actually yell at her, but didn't actually yell. But you guys get the point. Anyway, so your pound has really pulled back. We mentioned this area here of basing, and we talked about it pulling back down, and it did. Kind of came back up and is pulling sideways. We're kind of sitting right smack in the middle. So I would say there's a couple interesting places to draw on this one. I mean, obviously we can draw this being, the level at 84.80. You could use this downside here. I mean, again, it was a test, right? You got to respect it. It's a test to the downside. So I would say right now we're kind of at the lower part of the upper region or the upper part of the middle region, one of the two, but we're kind of that area where we're looking for shorts. We're looking for pound strength to really step back in again. To the downside, there's not really a whole lot stopping it. We do have some areas above. I mean, you have this area sitting right here with shorts. And again, you got something small going on right here. I would say it's more for set up for a short, but in reality, we only got about an hour and a half, 2 hours of time left to go, right? Um, before both these markets are closed. So, is it worth taking the short today? Probably not. We're probably not going to get enough movement to make it worth it to justify taking the risk on there. But I think for next week, definitely look at the pound coming back in with a little bit of weakness. I'm sorry, the pound coming in with a little bit more strength. Um, I do think euro weaknesses or euro strength is about to take off, but I don't think we're quite there yet. But I would say, as far as 30-minute levels we can take longs off of, I do think this is probably a decent level sitting right here. That's probably pretty decent to take a long off of. For a Sunday night gap, if we can gap into that level, we've seen buyers there in the past. That could be a good opportunity. If we can drive all the way down, which may be a little bit far, we need some help here. That's about 40 pips lower. I do think this is an area we look for a potential bounce off of, just because, again, decent base, nice pop off of it. It barely touched and didn't even really base. It kind of came and left immediately. So I think 84.06 is another level we want to watch out for next week. Kind of keep it on your radar. But right now, top and bottom using 84.79 and 84.06. Euro yen got a little bit of a Harry Potter kind of situation set up here. Looking for this one to kind of turn and roll. Um, it's funny. I'm watching this other contract that I'm out now, but I'm watching this contract on the other side, and I'm watching to see how much risk. It's like, really, it's amazing in these. Nadex has got so much premium jacked into some of these products right now. The whole thing is what, 70, yeah, $70, right? It's a $70 call spread, and it's at the very, very top of it, and it's got $21 worth of premium in 2 minutes and 50 seconds left. It's like, holy crap. Why do you have so much premium in this? Right? It's like insane. I'm like, we're literally at the 90% mark, and there's $20 in premium. I'm like, they're holding it to that last minute. It's like unbelievable. It's like you gotta get some of the premium out here. I'm doing kind of a case study of prices to report back, and it's like, what are you guys doing? Um, anyway, Euro yen. Looking at this one to fail, or not fail, but they kind of fall through. We've hit it. We bounced off of it again, but looking for kind of a Harry Potter exit out the bottom. It would be a break of 132.32. Right, 132.32. Again, look for a drop at base, a pullback, and again, this would be yen help today, especially with Europeans out of the market. I do think this one has the ability to run probably down to this level. Again, that would be a green. If you're looking to take a short position out of this one, right there. 1 to 3 is right there. Right. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. So again, small position. It's not anything gigantic. I mean, we're talking about 25 pips. So I love it. Goes to 2 minutes and bam, the orders just die. It's like, yeah. It's like you jacked all that $12 premium and now it's like, bam. This one closes up at 1 minute to go. 3 points shy. So much premium jacked in. Go a little bit higher. Close that one right at the top. Um, Ow, that hurt. I stepped on the cord. All right, sound is still good. Yeah, look for this one to continue to drop. I think once the Europeans are out, I think the yen can take this one and drive it a bit lower. But again, it's not a 50 pip runner. It's only about 25. It's if you need pips for the day, great. If not, not worth it taking it. Next week, look for gap. What I would say is look for Sundays to bounce off the 131.75. If we can get that low, and again, we have this one small level up top that we had mentioned in the past. Excuse me. It's okay, but it's worth, you can take a Sunday night gap off 132.92. But we're kind of sitting right in the middle of the range right now, so not a whole lot. I would say continuation to the downside, and that's kind of about it. Okay. Looking at euro dollar. So euro dollar is basically retraced at this point. You can see there's small time frame stuff in the overnight. 3 o'clock was really over here. It had already started to move. It kind of pulled back. It missed kind of a reentry. But again, parabolic move. We saw it go up. We saw it basing up the top. We knew it was a level from way back here. This is the last time that price was here. It based for a while and then boom, shot down. Bring it across. That's exactly what it did. Parabolic move up. We're basing in that same level, and now it's just retracing back to the origin of the move. So, again, too late to get into this position. I would say if you are short, again, 1594 is probably the area that you want to get out at. But unfortunately, the trade is done now. We literally rallied up until 10:30 yesterday, right? The 10:30 mark is right here, right? Rallied to 10:30, and then that was the slow drop right back down again. So 24 hours, it's almost retraced the move completely, right? Almost retraced it completely. So not much else you can do with it. All right, there we go. Get off the chart. Oh, all right. Not much to say. But what I'm gonna say is for Sunday night, again, 1572 is a decent level. We'll see where we end up for the day. We'll see if we can get some basing levels with closer proximity. Right now, we're kind of back into it. Again, those fib people would not have wanted to trade this retracement, right? There would have been your fib retracement, right? 50 got sliced through like butter. There was nothing in there. It went off to 61. And if you're like, yeah, 61, stop loss will be the 50, you got stopped out again. So remember, it's supposed to be a confirmation based system, right? So had you been trying to take that one, didn't happen today for you. So I think 115.72 of the downside is what we're looking for as our next clean entry. Could there be a Sunday gap, opportunity here? Really at this profit target level of 115.89? I would say, yeah, probably. Um, you know, I think it's probably a decent level for you to be able to, grab something off of. And it would surprise me, right? Go into Monday with dollar weakness. I think that's a completely valid setup. Pound yen. So pound yen. Not much to say about it. We talked about 57.08. You can see that it came to 57.09. Well, actually, 57.10.9. So again, we made it by a pip, guys. That's exactly where we talked about it. Strong push down. We retraced back all the way up in that parabolic move, and then it turned and it is rolling back to the downside. Think it's completely acceptable. I think same thing. I think just like the euro dollar or the euro yen, with that market closing in 2 hours, I think this one just creeps its way back down into this lower level. So this was a good one. Let's take some of these out just to clean the charts up for next week. There's a level here, I would say. I mean, remember, we never got this entry lower. I would say there is a Harry Potter in here dropping down to 155.33. But right now, I would make, and again, it's almost right on there. I'd probably make the adjustment to this level right now. But I want to see kind of actually let's change this to orange. I want to see if we can come down and base through that level. I don't need this profit target anymore. We can take that out. So like I said, we're not going to use the old one. We're going to use a cleaner one. We did not get an entry here, and we based in it again, showing us that it is still a valid entry. All right, hold on. I have to hold on. I gotta mark something else off. Uh, Hold on. hold on. When it's 9:30. 9:30 is there. Okay. Oh, it erased the drawing. Oh, that's because I'm on a different one. Hey, it always helps when you're on the right product. Go, Brian. I'm glad that I was paying attention. Oh, it erased it. I hate Natick sometimes. Just saying. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I hate how the drawings get erased sometimes. It's like, you know what? My drawing was perfect. I'm going to save that one for later. Cool. Looks good. Click something else out. Bam. Drawing disappears. It's like, why you got to do me like that? Actually, wait. Is it over here? No. No, it's not. Yeah. So much fun. So much fun. No. Get that off the screen. I don't want that. They keep adding functions, and I'm like, stop adding functions. I don't want that function. It's like hitting a moving target sometimes, right? Like I'd like to get a decent picture. No, like get it off. I don't want that. Ugh, killing me. No, I don't want that. All right, there we go. All right, sorry. Sorry. Multitasking today. Um, this thing is like insane. Great trade setup, but like, get us out of there. Anyway, I think this one continues to drop down. Look for this level again. I think there's a Harry Potter opportunity in here. There's probably a small thing, but I think the yen helps us grind lower. All right, nothing else we can really do with it. Like I said, level of buyers here, small levels of buyers here. Not enough room. I mean, really to go down. I mean, we're talking about 40 pips, but with the pound dying today, I mean, with the pound, them closing up, we're only going to have so much opportunity left to go. So, you know, just be cautious. Just be cautious with it. But like I said, I think there's some decent opportunity. Leave this one on your radar. It's going to be a break, and we don't know where it is right now. We just know that we have one sitting in here. We have a level of basing that we can use for next week, and again, 155.33 on this drop. But we can, if we get any type of decent basing, we also have the opportunity to go long again. But longs, watch out for that 157.10. We talked about it before, and it's just it's just rolling off that level as well. Pound dollar. Again, parabolic move yesterday, came back up, didn't really give us the entry we're looking for. Had you drawn kind of using that new top right here, you did have one opportunity late last night, right? 8 p.m. last night, and then again, one touch here at 3 o'clock in the morning. Had you been waiting for the 3 o'clock close here, this is a pivot, gang, right? Great shorting opportunity, right? But it didn't. I mean, it was a perfect parabolic retracement move, but it didn't enter, unfortunately. It got so close. I mean, I can zoom on this one. You can see how close it got, right? Wow, come on, stop snapping, right? Missed it by 1.6. 1.6 pips, right? Yeah, 1.6 pips to the downside, and now it's all the way back. Trade is done. It's already hit our profit target. You can see it's well beyond the 1 to 3. Actually, this one went down to about a 1 to 5. So again, nice little trade setup off of that. Not much else you can do with it at this point. We are in areas of buyers. Again, there was a little bit of a Harry Potter here, and again, love it, love it. So again, that will be one that we right now is on the book, on the radar for next week. And that's a break of 137.08. We got plenty of room before we hit an opposing zone at the bottom. So again, that one is good. I will say though, I would watch this small little level right here. Right, that is a potential bounce area. We'll probably hit it today. We should have enough dollar movement down. It's only 15.6 pips, 15 pips away. Just be cautious of that one. Like I said, I almost kind of want it to come down into this green level. Like I almost kind of want this where we push down and then we come back up again. because that really, really solidifies next week a break, and I may even take a non-confirmation break at that 137.08. If we can hit it, if we can come down and take a mini bounce, right? If we can take a mini bounce in there, pushing really, really deep and not breaking it, that could be a good opportunity for next week, right? Oh, it said it again. All right, I'm gonna have a very, very long email with Nadex. We're gonna have a discussion here about the yeah. Anyway, dollar CAD. So dollar CAD is pulling back up again. You can see yesterday it bounced off that 61.8, kind of came back up again, did a confirmation on the 50, went all the way down to the 23.6, and it's just moving. So we're back up to where we were. Really no change. I would say right now, top and bottom use these same two levels. This was a great punch and great punch, so it gives us two complete levels. Again, remember there's the hidden level in here as well. Not hidden, but like the refined level at 22, basically 123. Here, I'll just adjust it so nobody's like, well, wait a second, you said no. We'll just use 123. So I think this is kind of the range that we're playing with right now. We're sitting right in the middle for the dollar CAD. I mean, the movement in this one is a little bit funky. We really need, I would say, push to an extreme because there's really, I mean, yeah, it turned here, but there's nothing here on the 30-minute. Wait for it to come back up. I kind of at this point, I want this one. We're going to be transferring some money in, so I kind of want this one to come like this way. I kind of want the CAD strength to come in, right? Not that I'm anti-U.S., but it's kind of like whenever we bring Canadian money back to the United States, we kind of want it to go down, 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 so it's more, more beneficial for us. Kind of like that, right? Kind of like that one. Hold on, I gotta draw something real quick. 8:45. 9 is there. 9 to 11. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. 9 to 11 is there. Yeah. Nadex starting to drive me insane. Oops. I don't know what I just did. Nope. Cancel. Don't want that. 9 to 11. They ask me why I don't chart on Nadex more often. I could tell you why. All right, so wait till we get to an extreme either way. Again, there'll be some buyers that are messing with us down here, and maybe some sellers up top. But I think either extreme is good. 123 right there. All right, dollar Swiss. Look at that drop in the dollar Swiss, right? And again, that started yesterday, and no parabolic retracement move. Why? Because we had Swiss strength as well, so it broke it off, right? Downside, I mean, bringing this one up to a 4-hour. I think it's important to note that there were some buyers in here in the past, and again we refined that level, so that's why it's smaller than what the zone is here on the 4-hour. So not necessarily surprising where it hit. And again, the reason why it didn't use it as a bounce, it was trying, but the Swiss data was good, right? Great Swiss data, so there's nothing really to say about it. It should not really retrace whatsoever. I will say we had that old level down here, and again, this one didn't really act as much of a takeoff point, the 90.86. It's an old level. And again, it kind of bounced and went through, but didn't really give us a pullback. So it was more of a target to the downside. But looking at this one on a 4-hour, I guess we can drop it down to like let's go to a 1-hour. Yeah, we can pull it from here. Let's use raise. Horizontal right there. Let's use. It's kind of where. Let's make this solid. Style solid. Okay. Use that little kind of hidden level of basing right there. There is one just a little bit lower too. We'll mark both these on the other side. Green. Green. All right, there we go. So I would say that gives us kind of our two lower levels right now, right? I'd say we have one level of buyers potentially coming in here at 90.83, and the other one coming in right here at 90.67. All right. So, Ba, 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 ba. Not much we can do. It's just basing sideways. That market will be closed. Actually, that market may. Swiss is. The Swiss always messes me up. What time zone they're in? I think they are. I think the Swiss is +1. The Swiss is +1 or +2. I forget which one it is. If it's +2, their market is closed. If they're +1, they got about 45 minutes to go before the weekend. Um, I think Forwards Factory tells me. Does it? I don't think Swiss is on there. Um, no, it's just giving me London. So yeah, if they're +2, God, it's going to drive me nuts now. Like I said, their market's over. It's over. The Swiss influence is going to be out. It's going to be purely a dollar-based play. Can we continue to see dollar weakness today? Yeah, we could. Right? I mean, indices are all up a little bit. We talked about that. Um, yeah, yeah, not much to say. I would look for bounces off those off this weekend. I think any dollar weakness coming into Monday morning, I think we also look to go long, right? 90.83, 90.67 on either of those two. Pound yen, or dollar yen, sorry, not pound yen. Had a level up here, liked the base. Unfortunately, it did not get up to where we wanted it to go. Yen stepped in, and again, the yen is the player right now on the euro yen, pound yen, Aussie yen. Not much we could do with it right now. So we'll delete this. Let's put on levels for Sunday. Um, hmm. I don't really like any of the, and again, just pair just it's like my least. Ernest, you'll be happy to hear this. This is my least favorite pair, lower than the dollar Swiss. it is the it is the worst of the worst. And it's not like we can profit and make a ton of money off right now off the euro pound, but I like this one even worse. Or even less. I guess it's not worse, even less. Yeah, I just don't like this pair. I don't like the candles. I don't like the way it's forming. It's just junk. But right now, top and bottom, I do think. So I will say this: the 114.04, I like the way it was basing. I like how it was kind of almost a test of that level. I mean, I guess we can put it a little bit higher, but I was trying to kind of encapsulate the base here before the strong push. I think this is a decent area that where if price kind of stabilizes itself and we gap into that area on Sunday night, I do think there's a shorting opportunity out of here. And as far as where it can run down to, obviously the level that we just were at is probably buyers, but that's more than a 1 to 3 off a Sunday night. Um, that would be it's only like I mean, here's 1 to 3 right here. I mean, if we bring it down to the level where the buyers are stepping in, that's a 1 to 4. It's about a 20 pip gain on this pair. It's not bad. It's okay, right? Is it the greatest thing ever? No, but I mean, it's definitely a decent level if we can get up there and test on a Sunday night. Would I do it today if we all of a sudden started rallying to that level? I don't know. Again, it's kind of like, do you want to bet against the yen, right? We are getting the 10:30. We may see reversal. We've already seen the morning pop. Mentioned this in the next presentation. If you take the morning pop and you know, could it go green all day today? Sure, it could. But if we get an hour of up in the mentor session that I did yesterday, the discussion was like, if we can get like an hour up and it turns out red for the day, who cares, right? Going long off the open. And I'm actually almost positive the student that I was mentoring with yesterday, I'm almost positive she probably got these opening trades today. Um, so now that the market is turning red, it just kind of further solidifies the fact that it's like, hey, this is why we take our positions off. Not red, but like prices are pulling back. Like this is why we take our positions off when we hit our profit targets. Right? We don't want to sit there and hold them until the end. I mean, it could work out great, but if you give up all your profits, you're kind of being counterproductive. But anyway, I think it's a decent level, 114.06. Let's go across. Bitcoin's pulling back 61. Let's go in and look at oil. So oil right now, it tried to bounce off that lower level and is going lower. This should actually be an orange color, right? Talked about it bouncing and it tried its best, but it looks like that 1030 candle is taking it. Let's see. What's the confidence number? It came in a little bit better, right? That's not bad. It's not horrible. Here's the headline: U.S. inflation notches a fresh 30-year high as measured by the Fed's favorite gauge. 30-year high. Go Team Biden. 30-year high. It's gold. Did gold like that? Yeah, gold like that. So, yeah. So, not surprised that this dropped. And again, a lot of this is probably what it probably is like, oh, energy was leading the sector, and oil guys are like, oh god, don't look at me, don't make eye contact, don't make eye contact. It's gonna get weird. So yeah, it's we'll see if this one can rally back up again. I think there's some buyers in here, buyers in here. I don't think oil is going to be the biggest mover this rest of this afternoon. Um, we'll see what it's able to do. I mean, it's already popped, off that area. Got move this one down again. There's another tested level lower. Can we get down there? Sure, probably. Um, Here's the question. Let's see. I'll just use this one right here. We'll use that was the candle down. Let's see. Ooh, it is there too. Look at that. Using our measured moves, there's our European measured move there, top to bottom. And if we take the U.S. measured move from basically from the close, from the open, we're right at that level. That could actually be something. Again, would I hold this over the weekend? No, no. Right there, we can delete that one. All right, let's look at that. That could be one for next week. This could be a Sunday nighter. If we're basing, we open here. That could be a good one right at 81. That could be interesting. Yeah, I could be swayed in that one. Natural gas. So I'm delayed on natural gas, so it hasn't had the same pop. But we'll see if we can break through this level right now. Um, actually, I guess I could cheat. I can look at it over here. Curious what it's doing. Is it bouncing from that level? Nope, not it's yet. It's slicing through. Slicing through, baby. Slicing through. So I would say natural gas at this point. I mean, we don't have any headlines because they don't know how bad the storm is. But I think if you guys are short, which again, being short is not a bad thing. I think, yeah, we look for this one to come down to $5.32, which is awesome. Which is awesome. I gotta check the propane tank. Gotta check the tank. I haven't checked it this week. I know the last time I checked it, like a week and a half ago, we were at 19%. We don't actually we're not using one of our system. We have two heating systems. I think told you guys this. I'm sure I have. We have two systems: a downstairs unit that covers the basement and the main floor, and then we have a heat pump for the upstairs floor. The furnace level, the furnace is broken. We're not using the furnace. We're getting it replaced. So we haven't used it in like a month or two. So like literally the only thing we use the propane for is cooking. Um, but obviously, to sous vide anything, I don't need, that. And then Melissa bought like an air fryer. It's a toaster oven air fryer, so it's not like a legit air fryer. But we tend to use those two more than we use the stove lately with the baby because we are zombies. Um, but I'm sure I got plenty of propane there. So yeah, natural gas is down 4% today. Like I think natural gas, if we can hit 5 or 6%, I think we should go for it. I think we should join Team Brian. Join refilling the tank. And yeah, let's get this lower. Hopefully, none of the headlines from this weekend sent this thing higher. But I like it. I like it. 550 is good. But I mean, if you love it at 550, you're gonna love it even more at 530. Is kind of my thinking. So yeah, let's go. I will say it's gonna have a little bit of an issue getting through here, but yeah, I don't know. Europeans are definitely sending this thing to the downside, and I think the U.S. is just lumping on. I'm sure that I'm sure this is not helping. So yeah. Gold. Gold took a pop, but like I said, if the Fed is not going to do anything, gold is not going to be the way to play it. Bet you the coin. I bet you the coins liked it. Yeah, the coins are holding. They're not doing it yet either. So yeah, so we can take this guy off. We're not going to use that for Harry Potter. I think at this point in gold, we look lower. We got a level here. There's probably an okay level here as well. Problem that I have right now, I mean, this is a 30-minute chart for gold. Look at the levels that we're trying to draw zones off of. I mean, it's mostly wicks. I mean, they're not explosive movement. This one was at least tested, but look at it. Like you lose half the candles because it goes into this, right? The wicks are just so bad in this time of analysis. Like this is the last big major spike and then launching point, and we tested again, but did it explode off of it? No, it's all wicks. Like, I mean, these are hairy candles, right? Like these candles for lack of a better word, they suck. Right? These are just horrible candles. Like I really don't like any of them. I think 1800 is providing the best, right? Like we have obviously a piece there, and that could be considered a nice little kind of sell. Again, that's strong movement. Um, Little 530 kind of time frame, but besides that, these candles suck. These are just horrible. Like, why would you want to? I mean, these are telling us absolutely nothing. No confidence whatsoever. Lots of wicks back and forth. A ton of market indecision. Horrible, horrible stuff. So I mean, the first clean anything we have is down here at 1759. Silver again is about even. We had this one drawn. We drew it looking for the retracements, but again, we're kind of it's kind of pulling back on the in the opposite direction. So we'll just remove it to keep it clean. Silver obviously has this level, this little hiccup zone down here at 2350. It's marked right now. I mean, yesterday we said down, right? We said a break of 24 to push it down, and it's moving. It's not moving great, but again, we still have that target at 2352. Um, Lot of time spent there, right? And then Europeans push it down starting at 530. So I still think this one comes in. As I said, all jokes aside, I don't think, I mean, unless something gets really, really crazy, I don't see much changing till the end of the year. I don't think this one's hitting 100, guys. So, yeah, all that market, silver bringing down Wall Street. I feel like they have abandoned their plans. They have, you know, feel like they have, changed what they wanted to do, right? They have mixed it all up. Where was I? I was over here. Did it save my drawing? It did save my drawing. Okay, good. Oh, get off. I don't want that there. Did I say that I really hate this platform sometimes? I don't. I don't want that. I can't move it. I can't. All right. Yeah, so look for this one to come lower. Let's go up and look at. Wow, now that is a takeoff point. Look at that. There's bonds. Go bonds. Big gap down and then huge rally. Look at that. Go TLT. Ooh, it did. Look at that. It got right into an area of buyers too. There's a gap. There's your base. There's your touch, and then boom. Look at that. A gap down and a takeoff. Nice TLT trade. Wow. There are some option guys that did well today with that. That is nice. Look at that. Confirmation tested of a level, gapped into it, opened just slightly higher, and then boom off to the races. And again, it'll probably run into some issues just a little bit higher, but nice TLT trade. Man, I wish I'd gotten that one. All right, let's go VIX. VIX is obviously tanking back again. Not surprised. Dollar index is rallying all the way back up again. Let's see. ES. Turning a bit. Let's go down to 15 minute. I mentioned this with Nadex, taking this off this level. Here's your 930 open. Rotate. There is your 930 open candle. What I was doing some screenshotting of was the opening prints. If you heard me in Nadex, I said that I wouldn't be surprised if these go long off the open. And again, they all went long off the open. Rotating back right now. And again, technically, you can see over here, it's like, oh my God, look, but they're down. Yeah, but they did nothing but go straight up from the open. So yeah, that's what we're looking for. And now it looks like they are starting to retrace again. And again, man, look at that. We're timing it right on that 1030 mark. 1030 is right here. Right. So again, it looks like it kind of hit and grabbed some of those sellers just a little bit before turning and rolling. Again, why we want to take advantage of those profit targets in the first place. I would say, yeah. I mean, with with headlines like this, right? Yeah. Yeah, I would say at this point, wait for this to roll all the way back down, retrace the move, come back down and touch 45.60. Actually, won't be surprised if we come in if we start basing through this level. If we start to push a little bit lower in that 45.50. Being that we're straight up, again, this is where the profit taking is going to happen. It is a weekend, it is a holiday weekend, it is Halloween. So again, people will start, closing it down early today. And if you got that initial burst, again, the retail trader was going to get stopped out for all the negativity that they heard. All the profit taking is happening now, and we're seeing it roll back to the downside. So yeah, again, great trade setup at the open. NQ, kind of the same scenario, although this one was a little bit harder to get into. Your 930 candle was here. This one bounced off to 15,600, right, at about 6:15 this morning, and then came down and kind of retested it at about 8:45. It was close. Again, could you have taken this one? Yeah. Was it the best of all of them today? No, because it triggered a bit early. It was an 8:45 start versus the 9:30. The 9:30 never made it back to the entry area. All it did was it came back up, hit that psychological level. And again, I would expect this one to come back down. At this point, it looks like the way that this is really pushing off at 10:30. I would say that 1560 looks like it could potentially be on the radar for today. Come back down, test those same buyers, and we're just bouncing between those two psychological levels. Yesterday was a big move, but again, took advantage of the big move, kind of stabilized, and then crashed all the way back down again, and then just started the base and did the same thing. We were basing on the bottom side, and again, we took the bounce right back up to the other psychological level. And again, wouldn't be surprised if we, kind of close and, end up back over here, right, for the close of the market. YM, this is one of the ones I was looking at. Again, nice little bounce. This one went a little bit early as well at 9:30. It already started to move a little bit. But again, playing the psychological level game, there was your psychological level. 9:15, 9:30 was kind of in that level now. Same type of long if we went long from here. You guys can see that using the psychological level as well as the basing, 1 to 3 is right there. It blew through the top and then came back down and kind of held at 9:45, and now it's starting to pull back down. I'd say the same thing. 35,500 is probably going to be where the target is for today in this pullback. Um, and again, it's a decent level, 35,500. Could we, I don't know. I would say right now, the next kind of stretch target is going to be 35,800. I don't think we're getting there today, unless I don't know. Maybe the infrastructure. Are they voting on the infrastructure thing today? I don't think so. Well, maybe. See what else I got. Inflation. Inflation expectations 4.8. Yeah. UK Treasury yields are headed to 1.6. I don't know if they're coming out with a vote today. If they do, that would help a little bit, right? It would help a little bit. We'll see, but I think we'll get some basing. I don't know that we'll be able to clear this top. If we do get a little bit of a pullback, I still think this one comes and continues to push lower. I think this one comes back down, and like I said, I think 35,500 is probably on the radar. And then the Russell's holding it the least, but yeah, look at this, Russell. Russell's like, I don't know. What do you want to do? You want to go up? You want to go down? Okay, let's go. And we drew these boxes in the next presentation about tops and bottoms. And it is. It's really just playing tennis back and forth. So, not really the cleanest of all setups. Be cautious of that. Apple obviously down, but again, everybody that's trying to short Apple at the open is like, wait, why is it not going down? It's because it already did from yesterday, from the earnings. Tesla, meanwhile, is took a little bit of a bounce, but it's kind of pulling back. Tesla will probably drag a little bit later, but Apple is obviously the big one. But again, there was your initial response, and we're at the same exact spot, guys. So, yeah, we'll see if it gets a bit more negative. Like I said, TLT, I like that one. That was a missed trade opportunity. It looks like Bitcoin is it's starting to die for the weekend. It's slowing down. Ethereum, same thing. You got kind of sellers sitting up top. So again, maybe nice little short going into the weekend for those. AMC is tanking a little bit. GME, kind of the same thing. Lower, but not as bad as it could be. Look at this. It's getting really spotty here on the 15-minute on GME. All right, starting to see a little bit of volume decreasing. When you're seeing these big gaps and holes, it's because there's no volume. So, yeah, these darlings are quickly exiting the building. Look at this one. Quickly exiting the building, right? And again, the median price is, I guess down here at $14. So we still got some room to run, but we got a couple of these bottoms we're testing in AMC at least. Hey, AMC, they accept Bitcoin treatment now, right? Didn't they say that you can pay with crypto now for movie tickets? So, yeah, there's that. Anyway, that's it. I mean, like I said, holiday weekend. Yeah, NQ is, it's fighting, it's struggling, it's trying to do its thing. But again, I think these all come down. ES, kind of the same thing. Yeah, it's fighting, it's fighting. But again, I think it comes down. So, all right, let's do the drawing. So, where is it? I have it on another window. Where is it? Right here. There we go. All right, so we only got 4 of you guys in. I think you guys are sleeping today. You guys are picking on me, but I think you guys are in zombie mode. We got Eki, we got Sean, we got Marina, we got Deb. Where's Debbie? Well, Debbie is in the Northeast, so Debbie may have power issues today. Debbie may not be here. But anyway, it is a 50 chip because we missed yesterday, so we carried it through. Neuro won the last one, so Neuro is going for 100. Everybody else is in for 50. It's pretty easy. It's slim pickings right now for Neuro. This is pretty easy. Eki came in to save him, right? Eki came in to save him. Who else we got? It's a slow group today. Small group today. Yeah, Debbie. We should probably check on Debbie. Debbie's in Jersey. I think they're getting a little bit worse. I think Debbie is North Jersey too, like where the flooding is. She may be out of power. We can check. But no Will either. Again, Will's another East Coaster. Wow, Will's out today too. Man, Marina's doing a little catching up today. All right. All right. With that, I'm gonna shut it down. Gonna shut it down, giving everybody enough, enough time here. Enough time. Oh, look at that. Ty snuck in at the last minute. All right, now Ty's in. Let's go. Let's close it down. All right. If Ty wins, I am not responsible. Nobody typed rigged. We haven't seen Ty forever. It's great to have Ty back in here, right? Ty's got a little one. Ty, you know I have another little one, right? I have the 3-year-old, and now I have a 21-day-old. So all the things that you went through, guess what? I'm doing it again, buddy. I'm doing it again. Torture for the 4th time. No, it's the third. Actually, I can't say 4th. It's the 3rd time. I have 4 kids, but the twins helped. So, all right, let's see. Let's do the drawing. So, winner of today's drawing, Neuro should take this, guys, based off statistics, right? Neuro should take this. And again, he's going for 100. So he used 20 pip chips, right? Because he got one for free. He's using 20 pip chips to get 100, right? After you subtract it, he's basically risking 20 to make 80, right? Because he used those two. So let's see if statistics work today. If he had good money management. You just drinks me for this one. Great. I'm trying here, man. I'm trying to like, I'm trying to like, try and make it fair. Try and make it fair. All right. Winner of today's drawing is, oh, I should magic 8 ball it. Hold on. Will stats win? I'm glad I can spell. Win the day. Oh, man, even it's going to torture me today. All right. Oh, look at that. I know. Look at that. Look at that. Will stats win the day? And the 8 ball is like, you will have to wait. And then look at that. It trolled me. Look at that, Eki. I love when Eki comes. Look at that. See, we had to wait. Eki got his. I'm like, all right, well, good. And then Ty snuck his in at the last minute. But Eki steals it. My man steals it. Let's go over the leaderboard here. Eki, look at this, man. Gotta love this. Look at that. Yeah. So there we go. It's good. It's, got to spread it around, guys. Not that I have any control over it, but, the Magic 8 Ball said that, the Magic 8 Ball wanted to troll Neuro today. And did Neuro do a bad job? No, man. He had a good risk to reward ratio. Can't win every day. Neuro stole it from Ernest yesterday, so it's only fair, right? Ernest is like, I'm not getting involved in this one. Ernest didn't waste anything today, but Ernest did let his single ticket go to waste. So Ernest is obviously multitasking too. There's no way he's not even going to get his one ticket in. So it is what it is. Happy Halloween. There's the candy corn. Eki got the candy corn on Friday. So with that said, look at this. This one's moving now. Hold on, I got to check it now. Now I'm like, oh, it's down 70. Do you know why this is starting to accelerate? You know why it's starting to accelerate? Because of this. 30-year high. Gotta love it. I'm going to go troll some people on Facebook, I think. I'm going to go hashtag Team Biden. Right? I'm going to go troll some Democrats this morning. Just because I feel like doing it. Why not? Oh, wait, sorry. I'm not going to do it on Facebook. I'm going to do it on Meta because they changed the name to Meta. He's an idiot. We're going to play on the metaverse and we're going to call this Meta. It's like, okay. All right. Yeah. Try to play. And again, it's like there's a gamer thing that like Meta is the best, right? The meta in a game is always like the best comp. So we're going to change Facebook to Meta. It's like, get out of here. I hope the government regulates them and they shut them down. I think that it's just too much. So anyway, I'm going to go get more coffee because I'm out if you guys can't tell. So you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy Halloween, and I'll catch everybody on Monday. And like I said, I am going. My goal for this weekend, and goals are important. I'm going to eat 50 Reese's peanut butter cups before our presentation on Monday. I'm just saying, wiping it out. The kids don't appreciate them. They don't appreciate how good they have it. I'm eating them all. You guys have a good weekend. I'll take care of you. Talk to you later.